From the endangered rhinos to the powerful predators, Lake Nakuru National Park is one of the most underrated wildlife destinations. At the first glance, it may seem like a compact park, but what it offers is a density, a diversity, and an unmatched sense of sighting. Incredible. In fact, here is that you feel every drive here feels alive. And someone like me who's done a lot of Masai Mara, and I keep talking about Masai Mara because Nakuru is not the first park that people talk about when they want to go to Kenya. Then that's why I always compare it to Masai Mara. Unlike Masai Mara, Nakuru is here, you feel every drive feels alive. And it really means it because the fact is that it is so beautiful. There's lake, then there are acacia woodlands, then there are savannas. By default, it just supports a enthralling, I would say, incredible amount of biodiversity. So as we move on to talking about the wildlife of Nakuru, one of Lake Nakuru's greatest successes is its role in the conservation of rhinos, both the black and the white. In fact, it's one of the best places in Kenya to see both the white and the black rhinos together. The white rhino here is massive, calm, and often seen grazing in the open grasslands, whereas the black rhino is more elusive and it browses through the dense vegetation and is always alert, which makes it relatively difficult to spot a black rhino versus a white. But this also is the situation that they're some of the most last remaining individuals of a species that has faced immense pressure from poaching and habitat destruction. And here it is where Nakuru plays a crucial role in their protection. So definitely, if you want to see rhinos, Nakuru is the place to be. And as we move on, there are lots of games at plains games that we'll be talking about. There are the prey animals, but where there is prey, there is also the predator. Nakuru is a home to lions, including the rare tree climbing lions that have adapted uniquely to this landscape. In fact, seeing a lion rest on an acacia tree branch is a sight you really don't easily forget. I haven't personally seen lions on an acacia tree, but I have friends who've seen it and they say that it is beautiful sighting. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous sighting. And of course, there are leopards here, silent, elusive, and perfectly camouflaged. Lions, leopards means that there is a very high concentration of interest here. And then there are hyenas, because if lions and leopards are there, there have been too many kills. And if there are too many kills, you'll also find a lot of hyenas. Again, often misunderstood, incredibly efficient hunters and scavengers and actually keep the ecosystem in balance. And that's what you have the predator population. You also have jackals here. But if you move beyond the predator population, you have the plains game. Large, when I say large, very large herds of buffalo. And by that, I really mean it. And I'm comparing this to Masai Mara again. I haven't seen so many individuals together that I have seen in Nakuru. 300, 400, 500 individual herds, individuals in a herd. And if you go towards, say, June, July, you will actually find that that's a dry season. So the animals are moving towards the water area. So you see too many of them together. And they are powerful and unpredictable. So buffaloes is there. You have Rothschild giraffes again, one of the rarest giraffe subspecies, gracefully feeding on the acacia trees around the woodlands. You have zebras, waterbucks, variety of other plains games, impala, gazelle, constantly grazing and constantly moving. And if you see, each one of these animals plays a pivotal role in shaping of the ecosystem. The grazers actually shape the landscape, whereas the predators actually control the population. And together, that is how they're maintaining the balance of this ecosystem. This is wild in its purest form. It's raw, unscripted, and constantly evolving. So I think if you really ask me, definitely a Nakuru should be done at the end of the day.